Now's the time to spring into savings on a new Mazda at Team Mazda. Right now, get 1.9% financing on the new 24 Mazda CX-5, named the #1 compact SUV. The time to save is now on your new Mazda at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Hello. Good morning. Welcome to a Wednesday.
Isn't that nice?
How you doing today?
Isn't that nice?
Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Now. There we go.
Do it, Johnny.
Yeah, creep on in.
There we go. That's how the shot really should be.
Look at
right
that. Look at that.
there. We just cut Johnny right off.
Sure
He's hanging
did.
out over here.
Didn't even give him a chance to
No,
have
he's
words.
just like, the heck with that.
And he's just staring at that camera, but you would never know
No,
it.
you never know. He was waiting for his close-up.
Camera's
sure
starting
was.
to smoke a
DeVille.
little bit.
He's staring right at it.
So are his
Man,
ears.
Krusty's hat. Look at it.
Look at He's about to throw something.
Yeah.
Television station from Ford in the 3-station market.
I don't think his mic is up.
I don't think so.
Wah, wah.
He said, but just you wait. Just wait.
Let me get back to my spot here.
We've got more.
All right, we'll get to Johnny here in just a moment. Right now, here's a little bit of news for you. We had a dense fog advisory earlier this morning for all of southeast Louisiana. It was canceled around 6:30 for areas near and north of the interstates, including Baton Rouge. Still in effect south of I-10 this morning. We're seeing a little bit of fog in this shot. Our Sky 9 camera up on False River right now. Not terrible. That view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. But you see here, this is a big change from 24 hours ago. Clear view of the I-10 Mississippi River Bridge from our Sky Cam yesterday. That was completely socked in. So right now at the airport in Baton Rouge, 10 miles or better on the visibility, same in new roads, but you do see the fog south of I-10, Gonzales, Lafayette, Patterson, all at a quarter-mile visibility and near zero in New Iberia. Temperature-wise, most of us in the low to mid-60s, although 59 in Hammond, Baton Rouge 64, Gonzales right now at 62. So once a little bit of fog is gone this morning, get ready for a hot day. It's going to hit the mid-80s by noon. 91 is what I'm going for high. So not only would that be our first 90-degree day of 2024 here on the 1st of May, that would tie the record high for the date that was last set in 1990. We do get some relief from the heat the next couple days, Thursday and Friday, as rain chances climb a bit. Right now, we've got 40% tomorrow, 50% Friday. Those might even be a little bit conservative. Let me show you why. Some of our high-res guidance coming in a little more aggressive with rains on both days. So we pick it up midnight tonight, headed into Thursday morning, and the HRRR kind of shows some rains weakening on approach, but another wave moving in late morning, lunchtime on Thursday, continues that eastward, but showing a pretty good coverage of rain tomorrow, and even some scattered rains tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening before it settles down tomorrow night. Now, let's go ahead to Friday with the graph model, which is also pretty aggressive in bringing another line of showers and storms in around daybreak on Friday, continues that east, and has the second half of the day drier on Friday. So we do expect better rain chances. Not high confidence that they'll be as widespread as what I just showed you, but still at least some rain on the way. And the Weather Prediction Center has bumped up rain amounts a bit, anywhere from a ½ inch up to about 2 inches near north of the interstates, lower totals as you go south. So today's big story is going to be the heat, and then we'll get a little bit of rain Thursday and Friday. By the weekend, we're trending hotter and drier again, mainly dry on Cinco de Mayo. We approach 90, and next week, maybe even hotter. It could be an extended run of days at or above 90 degrees. All right, 7:06. Let's get back over to Johnny now with a check on your Wednesday morning drive. Hey, Johnny.
WAFB's John Eads has my back. And he's taller than even Matt. He can squinch you like a bug, Steve Caparata. I love it. Let's go out to our interactive drive time map. I mentioned a minute ago that this closure of the on-ramp from Perkins Road getting up onto I-10 westbound right now at Pyrans, it's going to have intermittent closures. They're going to do it during the daytime, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it shouldn't be more than about 15 or 20 minutes each time they have to close it. So it should be open more than it's closed, but do be aware if you use that regularly, you could come upon it at a time when it is shut down. I-10 traffic starting to back up westbound between Bluebonnet and Essen. Take you past the 1012 with our First Alert Camera Network, sponsored by Gordon McKernan. That traffic will definitely start to come to a halt right around College Drive's overpass and certainly up to the Acadian Thruway area, and then right past that to Drusilla, and then or to Dalrymple, and then past Dalrymple. It does look a little better going into the downtown area. Here's the bridge traffic. That's gotten a lot better lately, and our drive times are also slowest coming in from Denham, about 25 minutes. The rest of your drive looks pretty much okay right now. At 8 minutes after 7 o'clock, it is WAFB's 9 News Now at 7 o'clock every morning on the Plus. Back with more, and Matt and Liz next.
Welcome back to it. It's 7:09 on a Wednesday.
Getting you through some of the headlines this morning, and actually one of the headlines we're following for you is a Louisiana headline, but it's really coast to coast, a national headlines. That's how it started. Protests on college campuses when it comes to the war there in Gaza, Israel, Palestinian issues, and it's not, again, just West Coast, East Coast.
No, we're tracking them from obviously Columbia University,
sure.
where a lot of those protests have been ongoing for about a week now, but also to Tulane, where we're seeing a lot of those protesters kind of set up here going into this third day. Well, in the last 2 hours, Matt, we've learned from our sister station in New Orleans, Fox 8, that because it is a private university, it's private property,
right.
But they had set up some of those encampments with pallets, wooden pallets and debris to kind of fortify that encampment. Well, state leaders came out this morning. You've got people in tactical gear, law enforcement officers there in New Orleans. Yeah, all of them taking them down, and you can see here, look, empty here as you're looking there on the lawn. You can see those police barricades are still up as they monitor what's going on around there, but they have pushed out those protesters this morning on Tulane's campus.
Still got a few buildings closed down today. They're going kind of virtual, if you will, for those students that would have classes there. We'll continue to follow this. And again, it's a national story. Continuing a conversation about one part of South Louisiana, something we've been following for more than a week now, the water crisis in the town of Killian. But Liz, it looks like this morning we may begin to get some answers. They're going to be really inspecting the well.
Yeah, the only one in
You're
town.
right,
Remember, they used to have 3 of them, but then over the years, 2 others went down. So today, we expect to find out exactly when the city of Killian, how they're going to find out some of these results, and maybe some of the results from the Department of Health. Remember, they took those water samples that we've gotten so many pictures from you guys about brown water in your tubs and in your faucets. So what will we learn today? Well, we're sending a crew there as they do that water inspection at 8:30 this morning. Please keep in mind, you still can pick up bottled water, hand sanitizer. All of that is at City Hall because of the generous donations of organizations like the Cajun Navy Relief Group, too.
Do it. Look, there's, again, find the helpers, and there's a lot of them out there doing what they can. Looking ahead to a conversation today from Baton Rouge Police Chief Thomas Morris Jr., stepping up to the microphone, in fact, here over at Rotary Club. Lizzie just passed his first 100 days. And now, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, whatever, a day, a week, a month, 100 has that nice little symbolic meaning, right? So what's happened over the first 100 and what's next? Conversation to follow.
That's it. That conversation's happening at noon there at Drusilla Place Catering. We'll let you know what comes out of that, especially as we track crime.
Oh my gosh,
We have a big crime alert that we got from BRPD this morning. They confirmed they've arrested somebody, a woman, in fact. They say that she actually met up with somebody on Instagram after exchanging messages on social media. Remember that shooting there at Lafayette Street, that parking garage? They say that a woman there, Latoria Matthews, is actually suspected of shooting and killing someone she met online.
Shooting, but the injuries were non-life threatening?
Yes.
Sure,
yes. Yes,
I'm sorry?
thank you for
And
correcting me on
but
that.
here's the thing, though. Apparently, she took off and later located in Houston, arrested and then extradited. And so that's where she's going to be moving back here now, forcibly moved. And so we'll be facing charges here.
And
so
again,
we'll keep
non-deadly shooting.
Right, we'll keep you in the very latest here as BRPD continues to update us. Speaking of update, it seems like since the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the city of St. George incorporating, there's more and more stories to follow here. Obviously, this is just kind of beginning, even though it's been 5 years in the making, perhaps. The very latest on all of this is we're far from done.
Yes, another appeal is set to come here. We just learned on Tuesday from City of Baton Rouge attorneys that they plan to appeal this, opponents of the St. George movement. So where will this get tied up? Well, we still have yet to see. You've got a lot of people, obviously, who support St. George, who say we're moving forward, and they're disappointed in the news that came out that said that the opponents of it are going to file an appeal, thus going back and forth.
A rehearing. So they're going to try to take it back to the same court that just ruled again. So we'll see where it goes. And you know what? The map that St. George put out and says this is our property line, that's creating some confusion as well with annexations and that kind of thing. So there's a lot more to go here, Liz.
We're following all of it for you. Did you see that big announcement from the DOJ? They say they're going to loosen some federal restrictions, classifying how marijuana may be designated, moving it from, what, Schedule 3 to Schedule 1?
From 1 to 3. And so now what this is, so they're trying to take it away from being classified something close to heroin, which, I mean, come on, to something more like Tylenol with codeine. Now, here's the deal. A lot of states already have, you can use marijuana for recreational purposes, right? Most have it for medicinal purposes, but those are state laws. And because the federal law is the way it is, even though state laws are tied up into kind of some gray areas. So we'll see where this conversation goes, but yeah, DOJ looking to maybe loosen it a little bit when it comes to marijuana. We got loosened, the rains did a little bit on our fog this morning. We still got fog in the area, and Dr. Steve has showed us that, but not quite as crazy as yesterday.
No, fog not looking too bad right now, in fact, especially compared to 24 hours ago.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Baton Rouge North, we're largely doing okay, but places like Gonzales, Ascension Parish, and farther south, we are still seeing some fog. Watch out for that. You guys ready to sweat a little bit? Ready for summer?
You warned us for it. May 1st, here we come.
Yeah, 91 for a high today, and it looks like a lot of days in the 90s coming up next week.
Whew. You might see him
He's
in 10
napping.
minutes. Maybe, we'll see.
If you're looking for the perfect companion for family fun and adventure, or wanting to find adventure beyond the ordinary, experience all that the Toyota Tundra has to offer. Save on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.